What's going on, everybody? Commenter Monty wanted to see some Dredge. He's been bugging me in the comments, so we're going to do it. Normally, I wouldn't play Dredge. I actually hate this deck, because especially on MTGO, if you want to pilot Dredge, the only skill you need to get good at is clicking yes whenever MTGO asks you if you would like to do a thing. It's kind of an autopilot deck. But it did get a new card, and I'm in the business of playing new cards. We're going to take a look at Hearth Elemental, the 4/5 side, the creature side, that costs X less to cast, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard that are instant cards, or sorcery cards, or have an adventure. We don't care about that. We care about Stroke Genius, which just says discard your hand and draw 2 cards. For 2 mana, Dredge is in the business of doing exactly that. The rest of the deck we're not going to look at. This is stock Dredge for the most part. So if you're not familiar with Dredge, just Google Dredge. It's a very you either love this deck or you hate this deck. I actually kind of hate this deck, but I gotta try the Hearth Elemental to see if it's good, and I have to appease subscriber Monty. So let's go ahead and hop into a modern league. Oh hi, editing the Mushroom here. After playing these first 2 games, I've decided to omit them from this video as they are non-games, and most of my Narcomoebas were at the bottom of the library, so it was a whole bunch of non-magic. So I'm saving my time and yours, and we're gonna skip straight over to game number 3. All right, round 3, we win the die roll again. Hasn't helped us so far. I don't even know if I'm gonna show those first 2 games just because they were like such non-games. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. This hand looks fine. We can't do anything on turn 1, but we've got the Cathartic Reunion and a Stinkweed Imp. So I think that's enough to warrant a keep. Also, we probably just lead on Mana Confluence. In the event our opponent leads on a Ragavan, we can Dark Blast it. Breaking Chaos, our opponent mulligans to 6. Love to see it. Go to 5, please. All right, main 1, Mana Confluence, F6, take your turn. Yeah, in the event I don't show the first 2 rounds, which were just like miserable. DRC, that's great. It's a great target for Dark Blast. This deck has this RNG issue, where sometimes like you do the Dredge thing, but all your Narcomoebas are in like the bottom 15 cards of your library, which is not great. All right, let's Dark Blast the DRC. Oh, they concede. Great. Sometimes it's good. On the draw, I think we want Gemstone Caverns instead of 2 of our fetches, so we'll take out a couple of Wooded Foothills, I guess. And then, oh, we win the match. Hey, that puts us at 1 and 2. Hopping into round 4. All right, round 4, we lose at the die roll. I was trying to formulate sentences in game 3, but we won too fast. We put Dark Blast on the stack, and our opponent conceded the entire round, which makes for poor content, but also kind of hilarious content. But yeah, what was my train of thought? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna show the first 2 games because it's just gonna be 20 minutes of time wasted. I can give you the synopsis right now. Agatha's Soul Cauldron mixed with not finding a Narcomoeba in the first 40 cards of your deck equals, I'm pretty sure you just die. We're keeping this based off of 3 copies of Otherworldly Gaze. I think that's enough to keep the hand. But yeah, it was miserable. It was miserable, and you can't make me edit it. Maybe I'll put like the whole unedited video up for like patrons or something. That way if people really want to see the other decks that I played against, they can. But since I'm uploading so much more frequently, I don't want to waste too much time. Okay, Bloodstained Mire. I think I will probably Otherworldly Gaze to try to hit our 2nd land drop. Or is this one of those games where we want to just like not make the land drop? Let's F6 and think about it, because Otherworldly Gaze is an instant. This is Yawg combo, so we can't give them too much time to play with us. Maybe we just like aggressively Otherworldly Gaze and try to get under them, but that's going to be completely RNG dependent. We have to get pretty lucky. This hand maybe was a little bit shoddy. Maybe this deck really wants like Cathartic Reunion or something in its opener, or the new creature, Hearthstone Elemental or whatever it is. I'm sure it's called something else, but now I gotta check. Is it Hearthstone Elemental? I really want it to be. Nope, just Hearth Elemental. Rats. We're not stealing from other IPs. All right, they're passing us, so we'll fetch. We'll grab a Steamy Boy. Shock him into play. Tap for blue. Otherworldly Gaze. Ox. Hearth Elemental. Wooded Foothills. I think we can do cool stuff. Let's put the Ox into the graveyard. Put Hearth Elemental on top. And then draw the Wooded Foothills. And then we will go to our turn. We draw our land, which is calculated. Play the Wooded Foothills. And then just pass the turn. We're going to draw the Hearth Elemental next turn, but we're probably still gonna Otherworldly Gaze. We don't want to fetch, so we'll probably just do it with our Steam Vents. That way we don't fetch our Hearth Elemental away. And we'll try to get like a Dredger in the bin if we can. That'll be pretty good. What's this, a Grist? Yeah, Grist is fine. Grist isn't great against us because I believe it only counts their graveyard. Yeah, it's only their graveyard, so they can't like kill us randomly with our huge graveyard that Dredge gives us. All right, they make a 1/1. They flip a forest into the bin. Go to combat, attack for 1. That's fine. Or no, yeah, just attack for 1 with the young wolf. They tapped the delighted halfling to play their stupid grist. All right, I'll go to 15. And then at the end of your turn, tap for blue, another otherworldly gaze. We were hoping for a dredger, but we'll put prized amalgam into the bin and scalding tarn, and we will draw the hearth elemental. My turn. All right, we'll fetch. We'll grab a blood crypt and shock that bad boy into play. And then it's time to discard our entire hand. Hearth elemental, stroke of genius. Pitch everything, and then we get to draw 2 cards. We only had silver smoke ghoul. I thought we had a stinkweed imp. Oh well, replace the first one with dark blast. Trigger the narcomoeba. We get to replace the second one with the stinkweed imp. We got lucky off that flip. All right, creeping chill as well. Okay, narcomoeba triggers. Creeping chill triggers. Narcomoeba comes into play. That puts prized amalgam's trigger on the stack. 2 of them even. That's not bad. Then we just go to end step where we get to reanimate a ghoul. 2 of them even. Not bad. They've decided to start mowing my lawn, so hopefully you can't hear that too loudly. All right, F6. All right, they're activating grist. That's fine. Let's get this Hearthstone elemental off their grist. All right, they flipped a grist, so they have 2 insects. That's unfortunate. They have some good blocks now. Do I want to stop on my own upkeep and then Dark Blast away one of the insect tokens? Because I don't have any other dredgers, do I? I don't. Let's set a stop in my own upkeep. Go to my turn, and in my own upkeep, tap for black, Dark Blast, let's hit an insect. And then when we go to draw for turn, we can replace the draw with the Dark Blast Dredge. Boom. All right, what do we flip? Hearth Elemental, Ghoul, Cathartic Reunion. Not amazing. Really doesn't give us a lot to do with our turn here. We'll go to combat. Their blocks are all medium at best, so we'll just attack them with everything. I'm gonna just try to ignore grist for now. Boom. Lots of damage. What is this, Court of Calling? Or Orcish Bowmasters? Orcish Bowmasters, boo. Kill my Silver Smoke Ghoul, boo. Okay, is that another Orcish Bowmaster? Oh, I'm mad now. All right, F6. Block my prized amalgam. Yes, your young wolf on dies. Well, that's no good for us. On the bright side, next turn we can cast our Ox of Agonis. All right, do the grist thing, you got it. Okay, and we'll never draw an extra card again for the rest of the game. But that is so much damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess it's not so much, but it's a lot. Take it, drop to, what, 8? Yeah, 8. My turn. Dinkweed Imp, it's time. How many cards are in our bin? 18? Yeah, we should be able to do this. Convincingly, even. Let's cast Ox of Agonis, and let's rip out Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, Wooded Foothills, I don't know, Narcomoeba, Wooded Foothills, City of Brass, Sacred Foundry, Cathartic Reunion. Done. Do a bunch of dredging, hopefully hit a bunch of Creeping Chills. All right, put triggers on the stack. Choose replacement effects. How about Stinkweed Imp, another Stinkweed Imp, and then a Golgari Thug. Okay, Creeping Chill, I would like to do it. Prized Amalgam trigger goes on the stack, that's fine. We've got to conflagrate. Maybe with this other Ox of Agonis, we can try to string something together, but it doesn't look too promising. I think we just need to... How much damage are we looking at taking? With this grist in play, that's only 1. Can we just afford to get busy? Maybe we need to hold back our prized amalgam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage is what they have. 9, no, we don't win this game by being conservative. We just attack them. A third Orcish Bowmasters, very cool. Okay, you've pinged off my Narcomoeba. Prized amalgam with the Orcish Bowmasters, that makes sense because I'm not gonna be drawing any more cards for like the rest of the game. All right, go to end step, triggers happen, click everything. F6. Okay, I have power and toughness. And they've already used 4 Bowmasters, so I don't think they can ping off my ghouls anymore. So I don't think, unless they have something insane in their hand, I don't think they can full send their creatures either. 4 games in, and even with the auto win to the Murktide deck, I can say very strongly, I might even title the video, don't play Dredge. It's not fun for you, it's not fun for your opponent, it's not very good. But Monty wanted this, and I like Monty. Hi, Monty. Picture of Monty. Look at him. All right, they're going to combat. Are they just going to get busy with everything and die? What, do they have a cord? This isn't lethal. Blocks. What's the biggest thing? This 2/2 with Undying. Yeah, I'll block that. Taking what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, I don't know. Block like this. And then you've got 1, 2, 3 creatures in your bin. Oh, Grist counts as a creature, so that actually kills me. Yeah. Okay, they got me. Unsurprising. I'm playing Dredge. Leyline of Sanctity? No. Path to Exile? Probably not. Do I want any of these cards? I don't think so. Hit submit deck? Yeah. Am I over this league already? Uh-huh. Am I going to put this video out anyway? Yes, as a PSA to never play Dredge. I am being a bit salty, but like unironically, I think if Dredge was positioned poorly before because of Endurance being such a big player and decks being just so insanely consistent and there being a good amount of graveyard hate, with Agatha's Soul Cauldron in the main board of Hardened Scales, and we're probably going to see it here, it feels bad. All right, we've got all spells, no lands, so that's a mulligan. We got 2 lands, Ox of Agonis, Narcomoeba, Golgari Thug, no enablers, so that's a mulligan. We've got 2 lands. What the fuck? All right, this is a mulligan. There's just no action. All right, this hand I guess is a keep. We need both lands. We need the Cathartic Reunion, and we need a Dredger. So we'll pitch Dark Blast to it. No, we'll pitch Stinkweed Imp. So we'll pitch Creeping Chill, Otherworldly Gaze, Dark Blast, and we'll hope. All right, Scalding Tarn, F6. Verdant Catacomb, sure. All right, we will fetch, grab Steam Vents, put it into play tapped, go to my turn. While we stopped on my upkeep, what are you gonna do with 1 mana? All right, City of Brass. Cast Cathartic Reunion by going red, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 1. The Cathartic Reunion, pitch Stinkweed Imp and Sacred Foundry. All right, replace the first one with Stinkweed Imp. Replace the second draw with Golgari Thug. Replace the third one with Dark Blast. Creeping Chills, we'll use both. Did we get any Silver Smoke Ghouls? Doesn't look like it. Did we get an Ox? We did, so that's not bad. All right, well, that's all I got for you, opponent. Go. Please don't endurance me. I will just concede. Probably just play Agatha's Soul Cauldron, take out my Ox of Agonis, feel good about their game. Verdant Catacombs fetch, F6. Oh, would you look at that? It's Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Might want to tap that real quick to take out my Ox. Why did they not do that? Oh boy, I would have done that. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to cast Ox now. Red, take a damage. Ooh, I did that in a poor order. I should have put it on the stack first. Yeah, that was a Moto mistake. I should have. So funny thing happens with City of Brass. Whenever it becomes tapped, it deals a damage to you as a trigger that your opponent can respond to. So because I didn't put the Ox of Agonis on the stack first, you can cast spells by choosing to cast your spell, then paying the mana. I have chosen to float mana first, and I forgot that City of Brass puts a trigger on the stack that one can respond to. So I've they messed up by not Agatha Soul Cauldroning my Ox of Agonis, but to be fair to the opponents, just to be fair to the game in general, if my opponent had played correctly, they would have gotten the Ox anyway, and I would still have really no play except for Otherworldly Gaze, so. But that is a lesson learned the hard way. All right, you've got a Grist, you've got a 1/1. We have a Mana Confluence, it means nothing. Let's go ahead and Otherworldly Gaze, blue and whatever, trigger the City of Brass, I'll take a damage. Yeah, that's a funny thing with Moto. You might want to, sometimes I just tap my mana first to cast my spells, but you don't actually need to do that. Let's draw our Cathartic Reunion, I think is what we want to do. So let's go Graveyard, top, Mana Confluence, and F6. Because I do like casting Cathartic Reunion and pitching Stinkweed Imp and Thug. We're still in kind of a weird spot, but it does stuff that we want it to do. What did they just take? My Ox? No, my Silver Smoke Ghoul, sure. I could have technically Dark Blast their Insect token, but they're just gonna make another one anyway, so who cares? Here, I have access to a pretty interesting play where I could actually Dark Blast the Insect now to try to get them to put a counter on it and give me more free reign over my next turn because their Agatha Soul Cauldron would be tapped. That seems not the worst, so let's do that actually. Go black, Dark Blast the Insect. Are we going to protect it? We're going to Cord. 2? What could you want on 2? Ooh, a Soulless Jailer? Uh-oh, F6. Permanent cards in graveyards cannot enter the battlefield. Players can't cast non-creature spells from the yada yada. I will use no replacement effects. Let's go ahead and cast Cathartic Reunion. I will take the damage from the City of Brass. Cathartic. Discard Thug and Stinkweed Imp. All right, replace the first one with Stinkweed, and then replace the second one with Golgari Thug, and the third one with Golgari Thug. And then we have hit, even if they didn't have the Soulless Jailer, we still did not hit a single Creeping Chill or Narcomoeba. So we will right-click, concede the game, return to details, and we are 3-1, or sorry, 1-3, come this far, so I may as well finish playing this stupid Dredge League. Let's go to round 5. Okay, game 5. We lose the die roll. We've got a Tome Scour in our hand with 2 prized amalgams. Having 2 prized amalgams seems not great. There's a lot of ways we can get that to the bin, so maybe we just keep this. Although that involves us just drawing Cathartic Reunion, our Hearth Elemental. And if we start dredging, there's no clear time for us to start doing that. I think we mulligan this actually. This one has 2 Creeping Chills. So nope, this is a mulligan. No ways to do anything. This one has 2 gazes, so that's a way to try to start dredging. If we can get an Ox into the bin and then Ox to pitch the Golgari Thug and the Stinkweed Imp, that could be a line. I think we have to keep this. I don't want to go to 4, so let's pitch Creeping Chill plus, Narcomoeba? Hit done, and good luck us. Probably just going to open on Otherworldly Gaze. Urborg, mono black, a deck that plays 4 Relic of Progenitus in the main. Uh-oh, we drew the Cathartic Reunion. So what we'll do here is we will fetch, we're going to grab a untapped Xander's Lounge because it taps for black things to Urborg. And then we're going to try to secure our second land drop so we can use the Cathartic to get the Golgari Thug and the Stinkweed Imp into the bin. and then replace Dredge effects. We'll take the mana confluence. So we will put Narcomoeba into the graveyard and Bloodstained Mire into the graveyard and mana confluence on top. And then that triggers the Narcomoeba, so we'll have that come into play. Open up on a little 1/1 action and pass. They just defiled our Narcomoeba. Sure, opponent. I think they might wind up regretting that. Radiant Fountain, sure, maybe it's not mono black. Or maybe mono black just plays Radiant Fountain now. What do I know? Profane Tutor entered the exile zone. My turn? Mana confluence. Tap for red, tap for white, Cathartic Reunion, pitch these 2 cards. All right, replace the first draw with Stinkweed Imp, second one with Golgari Thug, third one with Golgari Thug. No Narcomoebas on that one, so nothing really happened there. We'll hit F6. That was fun. Profane Tutor gets closer. Inquisition? Sure, F6. They can take anything they want. They probably take Otherworldly Gaze, because taking anything else would just be so stupid. Looks like they're going to pass to us. Cool. Go to draw step. Instead of drawing, I will Dredge Golgari Thug. Narcomoeba, hi. Yes, I would love to use that ability. Come into play. 2 prized amalgams, great. Yes, yes. All right, let's just do the Otherworldly Gaze now. No, wait. What am I talking about? I can cast Ox, and I'm tapping my mana first again, which I got in trouble for last game. You'd think I would learn from my mistakes. Ox of Agonis, red. Mana Confluence, on the other hand, doesn't put a trigger on the stack, so you can't respond to it, but still, I should get in the habit of just casting my spells, then tapping my mana, probably. City of Brass, a couple more lands, Scalding Tarn, City of Brass, Spire Bluff Canal, City of Brass, Cathartic Reunion, Ox Time, dredged like the rest of my deck. Prized Amalgam, cool. Trigger on the stack, trigger goes on the stack, okay. Now they get to Profane Tutor, but I'm not sure how they wipe my board because they're not at 4 mana yet, so let's do Stinkweed Imp for the first draw. Let's do Golgari Thug for the second one. And for the third one, another Stinkweed Imp. All right, that's 2 Creeping Chills. So any Silver Smoke ghouls in our graveyard will be reanimated. Little drain. Prized Amalgams, triggers. Then after that, I've got nothing else going on, so I'll F6. All right, I will put my triggers on the stack like this. Then I will hit the F6 button. All right, you get to Profane Tutor. What are you searching for? I wonder, do I have Lethal Force in play? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? I do, that's 18 damage. Inquisition? Sure. You sure did just put a Dredger in my bin. More Prized Amalgam triggers. All right, do you play Fog? Because that's what it's gonna take. Cool, we won that one. What's the difference between winning and losing? The order of our deck most of the time, it feels like. All right, we'll grab a couple of these Gemstone Caverns. We'll side out a couple fetches for... Wait, maybe we get rid of one of the City of Brasses as well. That way we have actual fetches to get our dual lands out. That makes some amount of sense to me. No Thoughtseize, probably no Lightning Axe. I don't know if I like Wear Tear. I think Leyline of Sanctity might be interesting just because they're playing Inquisition, so they're probably also playing Thoughtseize, and maybe they're playing like Necromentia. Does that make sense? Should I do that? Who cares? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take out Conflagrate, my Tome Scour, and who cares? How about a Hearth Elemental? No, that card's really good. We don't cut any of those. Dark Blast, that seems bad. As a matter of fact, let's bring this Conflagrate back in and take out a couple Dark Blasts. There we go. All right, opponent, let's do it. This opener looks like dog shit. There's no lands in it. We're gonna mulligan. This opener looks like dog shit. There's only 1 land in it. We're gonna keep it though and try to use this Otherworldly Gaze to secure a second land drop, and we'll ship Conflagrate. No, Narcomoeba. Done. We'll show this Gemstone Caverns, and then we will pitch what? Conflagrate? All right, good luck, opponent. Swamp, are you gonna Thoughtseize me? Okay, I'm gonna cast Otherworldly Gaze in response. Otherworldly Gaze. All right, well, Gemstone Caverns is legendary, so I guess I'm just gonna go graveyard, 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 just put a bunch of dredgers in the bin, and then let you take my Cathartic Reunion, probably. Yeah, that's what they took. All right, my turn. Land drops are for idiots. I'm just gonna dredge. All right, dredge Stinkweed Imp. All right, what do we get? Nothing. Hot garbage. All right, pass the turn. Maybe because we have Ox of Agonis, we actually want to like take draw steps to try to find our land. They're passing to us, sure. Oh, they exile Profane Tutor. All right, I will not dredge. I would like to try to find a second land. Did it work? It worked. So we'll play Bloodstained Mire and then pass the turn. Then we can Otherworldly Gaze and try to just come out hard with an Ox next turn. See, if I had... The thing is this deck plays 18 lands, so I took the chance to try to draw a land, but if that wasn't a land that I drew there and I didn't dredge, it's like I deleted a turn. How did people ever play this deck? What is the appeal of this deck? This isn't Magic. This is some other fucking card game that they play in a universe where everyone's constantly depressed. More so than, you know, we are here. All right, they exile another Profane Tutor. Sure. My turn, I'll fetch. Did they miss their land drop? Kind of love that for me. Let's grab a Steam Vents and shock it into play. Let's go blue and any color we want. Otherworldly Gaze. I did that thing where I tap my mana first again, damn it. All right, Graveyard. Graveyard, graveyard. Everything goes to the bin. All right, my turn. Drawing, why would I ever do that? Let's dredge a Golgari Thug instead. All right, we went to the bin, prized amalgam. Great, let's go for an Ox. Red, red, I did it again. You know what, self-punishment, untap both manually. Oh wait, my Ox is in my hand. I don't think I have an Ox in the bin. Man, maybe I just Otherworldly Gaze now. Yeah, probably. All right, let's cast Otherworldly. Come on, RNG. No, not for me. Okay, graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Okay, that was fun. Go ahead, opponent. Profane Tutors, sure, F6. I wonder if they just profaned for a Cabal Coffers. They probably did. No, because they have a Takanuman. They need an Urborg for that to be good. There's the Urborg. A third Profane Tutor entered the exile zone. All right, drawing is for idiots. Here's a Golgari Thug. Cool stuff. Narcomoeba and Creeping Chill. Okay, now we're cooking. Drain Gain, Narcomoeba. Enters, Cling to Dust. Hey, but that's good though. All right, fine. They Cling to Dust me. Okay. Yes, I will use Narcomoeba's ability. Oh no, it didn't happen because it's exiled. What if I Otherworldly Gaze now? Do that. Blue, blue, gaze. I did it again. Oh wow, that's 2 Creeping Chills. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. All right. Trigger 2 Creeping Chills. Yes. Take 3. Yes. Take 3. All right. I wonder if there's any Silver Smoke ghouls in there. I'm not checking. I'm just going to hit F6. And if there are, they'll come into play. Oh, there's 1, which means that I get delayed triggers off my prized amalgams as long as my opponent didn't tutor for Graveyard Hate, which is unlikely. All right. They're searching. The One Ring. Cabal Coffers into the One Ring, sure. Then they search for Damnation and my whole game plan falls apart. All right, instead of drawing, we will hear me out. Golgari Thug. Narcomoeba, okay. Can I get this Narcomoeba into play or are you gonna nab it? Do you have another Cling to Dust? No? Cool. I've got creatures. I can't really attack you, can I? Because you have this whole protection from everything going on. What if I just pass and then Otherworldly Gaze? Yeah? Yeah, good talk me. F6. I've been playing this league for almost 2 hours. I am just so eager for it to be over. Normally, I just love playing Magic, but today, Dredge. But if someone asks for a deck, I try to do it. I know that another subscriber, Mr. Ryan Brower, wants to see some Atraxa. I think I want to do that in paper, just because the Atraxa decks, I think, tend to be... They're usually just Reanimator decks, and I don't think they're that interesting to watch be played at all. They're going to draw 2 off One Ring, sure. Because the lines are like really simple. It's just like you play the Archaeologist, you play Tainted Indulgence, you play Faithful Ending, you get an Atraxa into your graveyard, you reanimate it, you ephemerate it, and that's the entire game. So it's not that exhilarating. I'd rather do it in paper. Another One Ring. What if we just concede? What if we just go to game 3 and not waste time? All right, we're on the play. So what if we took these Mana Confluences, or not Mana Confluence, these Gemstone Caverns out and put these Footed Woothills in, and then still played Leyline of Sanctity because they're definitely trying to shred our hand, which like seems not that bad because you'd think we want everything in the bin, but if they get our Hearth Elemental or our Cathartic Reunion, our game plan falls apart. So submit. All right, final game, all play. Single land, 2 Otherworldly Gazes, Creeping Chill in my opener, mulligan. Dark, no enablers, Creeping Chill in our hand, that's a mulligan. Mulligan. Cathartic Reunion, things to do. I think we have to keep this. We will pitch Narcomoeba plus what? Another land, City of Brass, done. If they open on Thoughtseize, our game plan just falls apart. Cool, cool, cool. F6. Cabal Coffers doesn't tap for mana. All right, let's fetch. Grab a Steam Vents, put it into play. Tippy tapped. I just realized that Silver Smoke Ghoul doesn't, it looks kind of like a dredger, but it's not a dredger. Let's draw a dredger. Otherworldly Gaze, kind of like a dredger, except for it's not. We could just actually factually Cathartic Reunion and draw some cards. Or we could Otherworldly Gaze first to try to set up the Cathartic Reunion. I kind of like doing that instead, and we'll do it now just in case our Otherworldly Gaze is insane. Narcomoeba, Conflagrate, Prized Amalgam, it's kind of insane. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. All right, trigger the Narcomoeba. I will put it into play. Putting a Prized Amalgam trigger on the stack, a delayed trigger, and then I will F6. After that, it probably makes sense to just cast the Cathartic Reunion, pitching Ghoul plus Amalgam if we do not draw a Dredger. That way they're in the graveyard and we can replace it with some cards. Hopefully we get access to like a Hearth Elemental or something. That could be pretty good. Cling to Dust? Sure. You got my Conflagrate. Now you're out of mana. Kind of like that. F6. We draw a Narcomoeba, which is like worst possible. We'll start with combat. We'll just attack for 4. Beep, beep. And then Cathartic Reunion, pitching these two. All right, we draw a land so we can Otherworldly Gaze. That's not the worst. Do we need to do it now? No, we can wait. F6. Swamp number 2. You can only make 2 mana because Cabal Coffers isn't very good as your first land. Thought sees me. Well, what if I just cast Otherworldly Gaze first? Blue, Gaze. Leyline of Sanctity, Narcomoeba, Spirebluff Canal. All to the bin. Narcomoeba triggers. Do you have a Cling to Dust again? No, that's pretty great. Prized Amalgam. Now they probably just take the Narcomoeba with Thoughtseize. Yep, pass to me. Well, I've got him on a 2-turn clock. All right, draw Mana Confluence, not great. Let's go ahead and go to combat first. Attack with everything. Try to bring you to what, 6? 8? 6. That's how math works. I'm attacking for 8. You go to 6. All right, main phase 2. Go blue plus whatever. Otherworldly Gaze. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. And then since we have Lethal Force, I'm actually just going to hold my otherworldly gaze, my otherworldly gaze, and pass. Okay, they die. Well, we went 2-3. One of our wins was because our opponent didn't feel like playing against Dredge. Honestly, who really won there? I think it was the opponent that conceded. Monty, I hope you're happy. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed being shown why you shouldn't play Dredge. And for the 6 of you who are Dredge aficionados, you can go ahead and go in the comments and tell me everything I did wrong. There was probably a way to win every game that I lost, and guess what? You're probably right, and I still don't think anyone should play this deck. Thank you so much for watching. As always, bye.